Hey, 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 welcome back to Table Talk with Chris and Caspian. I'm Chris. This distinguished gentleman to my left, staring at absolutely nothing with the intensity of a philosophy professor, is Caspian. Get your butt out of the camera, weirdo. Caspian, good to be here, buddy. He agrees, obviously. He agrees. So today's topic, and I want to be upfront about this, it hit a little close to home for me when I was putting it together, which usually means it's worth talking about. The topic is, are you ready? Living the program. Not talking about the program, not quoting the program, not giving someone else a very thorough and detailed suggestion about how they should work the program, actually living it. What a concept. So here's where I want to start. In the rooms, in the fellowship, we have steps, right? 12 of them to be exact. And these aren't just a list of nice ideas somebody jotted on a napkin at a dinner in 1935. These are a set of principles, folks. And the literature's pretty clear that if we apply these principles to our lives, they will initiate a spiritual awakening or a psychic change, if you prefer. Keyword there, and I want you to sit with this, is the keyword change. Not the kind you jingle in your pocket, actual change. Not feel better for a week, not have something smart to say at a meeting. Change, actual, measurable. People who knew you before can see it change. Because here's the hard truth, and I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm really not. But the same person who walked in will use or drink again if nothing changes. The disease doesn't take a vacation just because we stopped picking up. Remaining abstinent is only the beginning, folks. It's chapter one. And some of us have been on chapter one for a while. A while. Caspian's been clean since birth, by the way, never picked up once. He's basically got step one handled for life. Must be nice, buddy. I'm a little reluctant to get him the catnip flavored greenies because I don't want to get the ball rolling, you know? Runs in the family. Now, I hear a lot about working the program. I really do. It comes up constantly in meetings, before meetings, after meetings, in parking lots, on the phone, on social media. Working the program. Workity, work it. But are we really? Well, he did this. She always does that. You know what their problem is? And I'm sitting there thinking, that is a stunning amount of detail about another person's character defects. You really have done the work on them. But that's not step four, people. That's not even close to step four. Step four is a self inventory. Karate Man brews on the inside. The searching and fearless part is supposed to be pointed inward. So I have to ask, and again, gently, because I'm asking myself too, are we living this thing or are we just fluent in the vocabulary of it? I've got something here I want to share. It's a pamphlet. You know, the stuff in the corner with the dust on it. And the title of it stopped me cold when I first really looked at it. Living the program. Not discussing the program, not attending the program, living it. So it's a daily inventory. Questions you ask yourself at the end of a day. Simple stuff like, am I clean today? Have I acted differently? Did my disease run my life today? And then it gets into the good stuff. Was I good to myself today? Was today a good day? Was I happy? Was I serene? Now, here's what I love about this. These aren't trick questions. There's no right or wrong answer. The pamphlet actually says that explicitly. This is not a test. It says, if you're clean today, you're doing something right. That's grace right there. That's not a hammer. That's a hand extended. They used to call me the velvet hammer at work. I'd cut you to the quick and you wouldn't even know what happened. But then it keeps going and it asks things like, did I talk to my sponsor today? Did I attend a meeting? Did I share my experience, strength, and hope? What steps did I consciously work? And then, this is the one that really got me. Just for today, I will have a program. I will try to follow it to the best of my ability. Not perfectly, to the best of my ability. That's the bar, people. That's all it asks. My mother used to say, did you do your best? Geez, I don't know. What is your best? Is somebody getting the best of you? But now we have suggestions in the fellowship. Come early, stay late, get a sponsor, work the steps, get phone numbers, actually use them. And I do some of these things some of the time. Some of the time. But come early, stay late. If I'm being honest, sometimes I do come early and I stay late. And the main thing I accomplish is that I have a very strong opinion about everybody else in that room by the time I leave. That's not a program, folks. That's a hobby. That's a clubhouse. Caspian, do you have any opinions about anybody? He's such a good boy. Look at him. Do you? Do you have any opinions about anybody at all? Huh? See, that's wisdom right there. Zero opinions, total equanimity. This cat is so spiritually ahead of most of us that he hasn't even done a single step. Just fully present, right here, right now, bothered by nothing. Except the sound of the refrigerator sometimes. That one gets him. So, what does living the program actually look like? I think it looks like being a little different at the end of the day than you were at the beginning. I think it looks like catching yourself before you say something you'd need to clean up later. It looks like making the call you didn't want to make. It looks like doing the thing, the quiet, unglamorous thing that nobody's going to applaud you for. It looks like talking. No, it doesn't look like talking. It looks like taking. It looks like taking your own inventory at the end of the day instead of filing everyone else's. The pamphlet ends with a prayer, simple, direct, and it says, Dear God, show me what I have done right and wrong today. Show me how I can be better and serve your will tomorrow. Right and wrong, not just the wrongs. Show me what I did right, too, because we don't only get beaten up in this program, we also get to see ourselves grow if you do the work. That's part of it. And then there's that closing question that I think might be the most important one on the whole page. Was the most important thing in my life today staying clean? Was it? Was that the organizing principle of the whole day? That's the question I'm taking with me, and I think it's a good one for all of us. You guys know what an outro is? Here it comes. Once had a band called Overture. So, just for today, that's all we've ever got, anyways, right? Just today. Try to follow the program to the best of your ability, not someone else's ability, yours. And maybe tonight, before you go to sleep, ask yourself a couple of those questions from the pamphlet. Not all of them. Don't make it a homework assignment. I never did my homework. Just one or two. See what comes up. I think you might surprise yourself. What are you doing there, cowboy? All right, that's our table talk for Monday, June 22nd, 2026. I'm Chris. That's Caspian, who has been meditating this entire time and therefore probably more serene than anyone watching this. Take care of yourselves out there. Thanks for being here. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Caspian. Bye. Later.